idea must not be judged by its immediate results.
If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency and vibration. I don't care that they stole my idea, I care that they don't have any of their own. The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane. Of all things, I liked books best. Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs, the future, for which I have really worked, is mine. Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. If your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. Be alone, that is the secret of invention. Be alone, that is when ideas are born. All that was great in the past was ridiculed, condemned, combated, suppressed, only to emerge all the more powerfully, all the more triumphantly from the struggle. Life is and will ever remain an equation incapable of solution, but it contains certain known factors. We crave for new sensations but soon become indifferent to them. The wonders of yesterday are today common occurrences. Invention is the most important product of man's creative brain. The ultimate purpose is the complete mastery of mind over the material world, the harnessing of human nature to human needs. Today's scientists have substituted mathematics for experiments, and they wander off through equation after equation, and eventually build a structure which has no relation to reality. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. The individual is ephemeral, races and nations come and pass away, but man remains. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. My mother had taught me to seek all truth in the Bible. You may live to see man-made horrors beyond your comprehension. Great moments are born great upward unity. It's not the love you make, it's the love you give. Inventors don't have time for married life. So astounding are the facts in this connection, that it would seem as though the Creator himself had electrically designed this planet. Most persons are so absorbed in the contemplation of the outside world that they are wholly oblivious to what is passing on within themselves. Most certainly, some planets are not inhabited, but others are, and among these there must exist life under all conditions and phases of development. Every living being is an engine geared to the wheelwork of the universe. Though seemingly affected only by its immediate surrounding, the sphere of external influence extends to infinite distance. There is something within me that might be illusion, as it is often case with young delighted people, but if I would be fortunate to achieve some of my ideals, it would be on the behalf of the whole of humanity. The progressive development of man is vitally dependent on invention. It is the most important product of his creative brain. When natural inclination develops into a passion of desire, one advances towards his goal in 7 boots. It is not in the shallow physical imitation of men that women will assert first their equality and later their superiority, but in the awakening of the intellect of. Peace can only come as a natural consequence of universal enlightenment and merging of races, and we are still far from this blissful realization. I admire the works of artists, but to my mind, they were only shadows and semblances. The inventor, I thought, gives to the world creations which are palpable, which live and work. I am credited with being one of the hardest workers, and perhaps I am, if thought is the equivalent of labor, for I have devoted to it almost all of my waking hours. Deficient observation is merely a form of ignorance and responsible for the many morbid notions and foolish ideas prevailing. My belief is firm in a law of compensation. The true rewards are ever in proportion to the labor and sacrifices made. Merciless is the law of nature, and rapidly and irresistibly we are drawn to our doom. Instinct is something which transcends knowledge. We have, undoubtedly, certain finer fibers that enable us to perceive truths when logical deduction, or any other willful effort of the brain, is futile. My brain is only a receiver. In the universe there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength and inspiration. I have not penetrated into the secrets of this core, but I know that it exists.